What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully, you all are having a very blessed and wonderful day. So, at this point in time, we are under 24 hours in our early access launch period for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and I genuinely could not be more excited. Also, by the time y'all see this video, it should be Monday, and the New Zealand servers should be up for the game. So, be very careful when you're on social media because I'm more than positive there's going to be spoilers going around. There's no spoilers in this video, so you don't got it. So you don't got to worry, but just be cautious. Now, this is also the last video that I'm going to be dropping before release because I'm going to be spending Monday getting ready for midnight launch because I'm attempting a 24-hour stream. It's the first one that I've done in a long time, and it's the first one that I've done on YouTube, period. I'm going to be streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. I'm going to be running through everything that the game has to offer and maybe even play with some of you all if you don't mind stopping by. Also, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and get the clan up and running. The clan name is going to be what I call my community, all of you, which is the Pantheon. That stands for, Temple of the Gods, which also falls in line with my name, playing more into the whole Greek god aspect of all that. So if you want to join, feel free to pop a comment down below or just show up during the stream, but we can get everything all situated. Now, I'm going to go live an hour beforehand, and if everything goes according to plan, we should be fine, but if not, I should be live later in the day, and then we'll start the 24 hours then. Now, the topic of this video will be me discussing why I think Suicide Squad has a lot of potential for the future if things go well. Now, it was a definite shock to see Rocksteady switch up the formula and deviate from their usual style, because if you know Rocksteady is one of the most famous companies in gaming. Their trilogy, the Batman Arkham games, pretty much revolutionized how we look at superhero gaming, but also single player action adventure games as well. They did a very great job with those, but they decided to switch things up and they wanted to step into a new genre, which is what we got with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, the issue is they stuck into a genre that's already filled with dozens of games that have come and gone, games that blew up beyond what's the word I'm looking for, that blew up beyond all expectations, and then some that have horribly crashed and burned. Superhero wise, in the last decade, we are definitely 0-2, and I don't need to go into detail about those games because most of you who watch my channel or keep up with the gaming space should already know what the situation are with those games. Now, there were tons of worries that we had with Suicide Squad. How was the gameplay? How was the in-game content going to work? What was the monetization looking like? How often can we expect post-launch content? You mixing all of those worries with the fact that we had a delay last year. Yeah, like just I'm not gonna say all hope, but like all hype was pretty much shot for like a very long time. I still remember it like it was yesterday. I was extremely pissed about it, but in hindsight, that delay might have actually been one of the best things possible for the game in many different ways. Like, for example, they took that time to remove the gear system, sorry, not the gear system, they took that time to remove the gear score from all of the loot, which is a very major thing, because now that means you'll be able to pick a gun, you can take it with you however long you won't be locked out of content, all things of that nature, right? It's a very big thing. Now, being in the live service genre, that's already a risky endeavor in itself, because in order to have some strong staying power with the player base, you need to take a risk. You have to be able to innovate, reimagine, or simply find a way to stand out enough with key elements in order to stand above the crowd, because everybody is doing the same thing to a certain extent, and it is very easy to get lost in the sauce. This is about what can you do that's different from what all these other games are doing, or what can you do that's better than how another game is doing it. Because even though we're all enjoying games, playing them at the end of the day, doing what we can, there's still competition, right? You're still competing for another player's attention. Now, let me paint a picture for you real quickly. This is no longer a Suicide Squad game. It is no longer being made by Rocksteady. This is a live service game that's coming from a AAA studio. Any AAA studio in your head that you can think of that you might like specifically. At launch, it's coming with various things like a Paragon system that has infinite levels, so you can continue leveling up and just making your character stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. There's no gear levels, as I've already explained. So if you get a good piece of loot, you can keep it, take it with you. You can max it out. You can upgrade it as much as you want to. You don't got to ever worry about getting rid of a gun that you actually like. There's an evolving open world that's going to be changing with the ongoing story and post-launch seasons. You have perk re-rolling, crafting, augmenting, things of that nature. You have loadouts, you have a social squad feature that's going to allow you to play with offline friends and randoms when they're not even in your party. You have full crossplay and progression. You have customizable UI. That's not even everything I just named. That's only half of the stuff that's in base game. I just didn't feel like doing a full rundown because one, this isn't that type of video, and two, I'm pretty sure you get the point. Then let's look at the post-launch stuff. You have a full roadmap coming with 12 new missions, 2 episodes, a horror mode, a supercharged boss fight, a new environment, new gear sets, weapons, and a whole new character. All for free and all in the first season, right? If this was any other game, let's be honest, if this was any other game, this would sound absolutely great, but because it's Rocksteady and because it's Suicide Squad, yeah, definitely has a very, very high uphill battle to fight. Also, speaking of free, the only microtransactions in the game are cosmetics. There's no pay to win. It's optional. And then things like the battle pass and new content like story and whatnot, none of that stuff sunsets like how it does in Destiny, for example, because when sunsetting means they take it out so they can add in another piece of content. Suicide Squad isn't doing that. You can go back and play whatever you want. You can go back and play any of the old DLC missions whenever you want. You can go back and finish any of the old battle passes whenever you want. There's no FOMO. On paper, this sounds like one hell of a live service game, but like I said, because it's Rocksteady and they chose the Suicide Squad, none of this matters. Even though it's a game that's launching with numerous features that players beg for in other games, there are some games that never get this stuff. Here's my thing, right? Rocksteady forever left their stamp on the superhero genre. They're behind one of the best games / trilogies still to date. That right there alone should be more than enough warrant to actually give them a chance to see if they can really cook up here again, because they've earned that chance. 3 good games revolutionized the superhero gaming genre. They've earned the chance to try something new. But instead, they catch hell because it's not Batman, it's not Superman, it's not the Justice League, it's a live service. You can't sit here and talk about how you want the developers to have creative freedom with the games that they make, but then you turn around and you bash them because you didn't get the game that you wanted, or you just don't like the game that they made. Regardless of it being good or bad, it's what they wanted to do, right? If you don't believe me, you can go ahead and check social media, because the developers from Rocksteady have been active all over Twitter and Discord talking about that very thing, and also just interacting with the community in general. Now, I understand that we do have to wait to see how everything functions as a whole, right? Because as I always say, there's idea and then there's execution. It's a matter of how well it can be pulled off. But again, on paper, Suicide Squad sounds like a very good game. It sounds like a game that can stick around for quite some time and actually do something amazing. Rocksteady didn't just throw this game together like how some people think. They sat back and took cues from everybody that released the game in this genre over the past 7 to 8 years to try and ensure that they don't repeat the same mistakes. For example, Avengers, lack of content, weak monetization, bugs on top of bugs. Anthem, lack of post-game content and horrible communication. Babylon's Fall, that game was just bad. Kind of felt like I was playing a janked out, ripped off version of Dark Souls. I enjoyed Godfall more than I enjoyed that game. Every game that I've listed here adds to my point. They actually sat and studied what worked and what didn't, because as they've said, their goal is to make Suicide Squad one of the most player-friendly looter shooters on the market, and on paper, again, it looks like it's going to be just that. If you're a regular on my channel, then you would know that I always preach to let the final opinion on any game be your own and not someone else's. I was willing to give this game a try on the basis of I liked what I saw and I was curious. I'm a simple man. I like what I like. But even if I didn't like the game beforehand, I would be more inclined to try it out after hearing all of the features that are in the game, because they literally have the majority of what people ask for in other live service looter shooters. But because it's Rocksteady and this is the game they chose again, that is a problem. If you didn't play the game, your opinion don't matter much. It might sound a little bit rude, but fuck it, it is how it is. You can't, I'm sorry, you can't tell us or tell me about something that you haven't even played or experienced for yourself, because there's no way to not see your point as coming from a biased standpoint. Now, I'm willing to give it a shot for numerous things, right? The main ones being that Rocksteady hasn't steered me wrong yet. They have my trust. Also, the features sound amazing. I very much enjoyed the gameplay. I take that back. I lied. Rocksteady did steer me wrong one time, and that was the Deathstroke boss fight. I'ma always be pissed off about that. But other than that, they've pretty much have been solid. I believe that this game has a genuine solid future in store, at least one full year. Because again, on paper, this game looks like everything that a looter shooter player could ask for. But just like with previous games, an idea can always sound wonderful, but the most important thing is how well that idea can be executed. Now, with all of that said, that's gonna go ahead and bring us to the end of the video. It was a short one, but before you click off, hold on. I want to do something real quick. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say first off, thank you. Secondly, I want to give out more thanks to all of the people that have been stopping by the channel and checking out the videos on a consistent basis, because I won't lie, this has definitely been the best reception that I've gotten on the channel in a long time. I wasn't really expecting this. It still feels like very weird to me. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can. I'm not fancy or as well known or well spoken or popular like a lot of other creators. I'm simply just a black guy in a ski mask talking about comics and video games because that's what I love, and it's been a major part of me for I don't know how long. And it's nice to see that there are other people who don't hate the opinions or takes that I have on these type of things, and that definitely means a lot. So again, thank you. We definitely got more videos on the way. We definitely got more streams on the way because I'm coming back to streaming. We just got a whole lot more on the way in general. I don't know what half that stuff is going to end up being, but we're definitely going to find out when we get there. And that's going to bring us to the end of the video. So I hope that you all have had a very great time. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you excited for Suicide Squad? Do you think Suicide Squad has a decent future ahead of itself, and why? And again, if you've enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smack the notifications bell. So not only will I catch you in the moonlight, but I will also catch I'm losing my words. I will also catch all of y'all at release. Peace.